today, and that's that you attract what you vibrationally are vibrating. So every relationship, every experience, every bit of reality that you experience in your life comes as a result of me and you vibrating at a particular frequency, which attracted that particular person into our life, whether good or bad. Now, that's the part that a lot of times we get confused because we're thinking to ourselves, well, why is it that I attracted that terrible relationship or experience? And really the way it was attracted was by us having thoughts of possibly not having that experience. So just the thought of not having an experience can bring the experience upon you. Catch that? Let me say it again. So I look back in my life, I think about all of the different relationships I've gone through with different people, and I say to myself, well, damn, I would have never wanted to experience that, but guess what? Somehow I created a vibration that had attracted that vibrational type of energy to whether it be nudge me into a particular direction. Because one thing we got to pay attention to too is that you would not know to take your hand out the fire unless you felt the pain of the fire, right? So is that bad because your hand got burnt? Not necessarily, because you moved your hand outside of the fire, so now your body's not going to be destroyed by the fire completely. So a lot of times we experience pain, we experience sorrow, we experience grief. Why? Because it's pushing us in a particular direction. We experience disappointment, we experience possible setbacks, right? Why? Because that gives us more of a desire to do better, to work out solutions and find ways in which we can implement various methods of creating a new reality for ourselves. And it all starts with us. Let's deal with that one. A lot of times in life we like to play the blame game, right? Oh, you made me do it. You this, you that. But look, when you point one finger, you got how many fingers pointing back at you? You're pointing one finger at that person, but you got 4 other fingers pointing right back at you. So pointing finger is really pointing at you because you created this. You brought that person into your life. You brought that experience into our life. So we cannot sit here and think that, oh, I'm going to change this person's behavior. I'm going to do this. I'm going to manipulate this person in order to bring about an experience that I would like to receive, a pleasure that I would like to see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to force this person to do this. I'm going to force this person to do that. I'm going to teach this person to do this for me. No. What we need to do is realign ourselves, align ourselves in the proper position so that we are in that vibration that we choose to be in. Once we're vibrationally in that position, now all of our tribe is going to be magnetically attracted to us. Sort of like this magnetic, like neodymium magnets that I got at the bottom of my ring. I'm starting to put neodymium magnets. Why? Because what I'm doing, I'm magnetizing the energy of the crystal to me. Why? Because I am a magnet myself. So if I'm a magnet and this is a magnet, then all it's doing is pulling the energy closer to me. You see how that works? So if I'm magnetizing the energy that's bringing in, then this is a person, and this is a part of my tribe, a person that's going to show up. Well, guess what? One day, eventually, that person is going to take their position into our reality, into our, whether it be a lover, friend, you name it, workplace. We all attract in these relationships into our lives, whether we want to accept it or not. I know for me, the other thing we have to realize is that we cannot expect that someone is going to bring us happiness. There's someone, oh, this perfect relationship is going to arrive in my life one day, and then I'm going to have no worries, I'm going to have no concerns, I'm going to have no fears. No, we cannot put that type of pressure, that type of assignment on anyone's life and expect them to fulfill your desires and my desires completely. We are responsible for fulfilling our own desires as the God, divine God and goddesses that we are. All right? So, therefore, that relieves the stress of seeing how disappointing people can be at times. Because yes, people can be very disappointing. People can be very conniving, very backstabbing, very disloyal. But whether they're disloyal, backstabbing, whatever they are, it doesn't really, we should not like give it that much weight to the fact as far as what we are doing to, because it's not really about what happens to us, it's what happens for us. So when you view the situation as, well, shit, well, if this person want to be stupid, well, hey, I guess I'm going to move on to the next location. Like if you're at a job and your job is giving you a hard time and they're like being difficult with you, you might be like, well, look, if you guys are putting me out the door, well, look, I'm going to go outside and look for greener pastures. So bye, see ya, don't want to be ya. Thank you for letting me know that we are not getting along anymore. Because now that gives me an opportunity to go experience more diversity, more colors, more flavors in life. Because life is full of colors, flavors, experiences, sounds, feelings, you name it. All right? Textures, tastes, different tastes of coffee, different feelings, different. So we have to be thankful for the diversity that life brings us. Life brings us a tremendous amount of diversity and variety. And that variety and that colorfulness, just think of it as a rainbow, okay? And a rainbow, imagine if it was only one color. Would that be interesting? No. So we chose to experience a life that was more fulfilling by giving it more variety, with more a variety of different people who have different personalities, who think differently, who talk differently, who speak differently. Like, how would you know what you want unless you know what you don't want? Right? Like when you figure out what you don't want, then you kind of know what you want. But how could you figure out what you want if you have not experienced what you don't want? Ooh. So experiencing what we don't want, those bad experiences, those terrible circumstances, those terrible situations that we went through throughout our lives, helps us to figure out what we really do want to experience in life. I like the way somebody described it one time. Oh, that person you're dealing with, they're difficult. Oh, but guess what? Look at them as your sparring partner. Now, what does a sparring partner do? Before a fight, the sparring partner, Rocky and Tyson, all these boxers, right? Muhammad Ali, they had a partner who was punching on them, punching them in the head, punching them in the stomach, punching them in the chest. Why? So that Rocky, Muhammad Ali, Tyson, Mike Tyson could be more prepared for actual fight. So although they were getting beat up on by their spar partner, all right, that sparring partner helped them become a better fighter in the long run. Okay, so that they went on to become heavyweight champions of the world. So in order to be a heavyweight champion of the world, you might have to go through a few bruises and bumps and experiences and challenges and obstacle courses in order to develop and increase your abilities to deal with more challenging experiences that are coming in the future. All right? or it'll give you a way or wisdom and insight to how to deal with that situation when it arises again. So if you knew that if the person threw their arm this way, if you duck, they miss. But if you didn't duck, boom, you get hit in the head. So which one do you want? Do you want to get hit in the head, or do you want to duck? But how would you know to duck unless you felt the pain that comes from getting hit in the head? Right? Another concept I want to touch on. We have this physical body that we're in, right? And a lot of times, a lot of us think that this is all to us that there is. There is no other part of our existence that exists on this planet except what I see right here. Face to face, what you see right here is not all that there is. Actually, being that we are divine beings and we are a part of God, an extension of God, another aspect or angle or angel or angle of God or angel of God, we're just reflecting ourselves in this experience, but we are actually derived from something much larger than what you see. So I'm much larger than what you see. Yeah, my head may not be that big. It's kind of like, but at the same time, my aura vibrates. I send forth an energetic frequency and vibration that does not limit itself to this particular location because I'm an eternal being. Therefore, my vibration is felt throughout the planet, actually throughout the universe. So the things I think, do, and say, let me say that again, think. So what I think about can be felt. Yes. Your thoughts can be felt. It happened to me plenty of times. I'll be sitting on a train or a bus in a public place, and I don't know, something tells me, look to your left. I look to my left, and there's a person staring dead at me. Like a deer caught in headlights. And I'm like, hello, how can I help you? And they just go like, and they get nervous and they look the other way. Why? Because I felt their energy focused on me to the point where it caused me to, right? So, therefore, I felt their thoughts. Why else? Why else would I look that direction? Unless I felt someone looking at me. And it's happened to me plenty of times. I'm sure it's happened to you. Well, think about this one. You start talking about your auntie, your mommy, your cousin, your brother, your sister, your son, your daughter, your mother, your father. Next thing you know, they call you up. Hello? Mom, I was just thinking about you. How did you know that? I don't know. I was just thinking about you. Right? So you can literally think about someone and they can feel you thinking about them. Go figure that out. Now, there's no way that can happen by me in here, in this location, and they're miles away. How is it that I'm in this location and they're in that location, but yet they feel me in this location 1,000 miles away, 1,500 miles away, 2,000 miles away, 3,000 miles away, and they felt my thought. That right there tells you that I am not limited to my physical location. I'm not limited to this physical being. I'm not limited to this. I'm actually a non-physical being, ultimately, that chooses to manifest itself throughout time through a physical experience on various occasions. So with that in mind, you can separate yourself from the physical experience and you can put yourself objectively into your spiritual, non-physical part of yourself. And remember that you are a non-physical being. You are a spiritual, eternal being connected with Source because you are Source. You are one with Source. We are one with Source. So if we are one with Source and we are the source of everything, then we have everything that we need. So therefore, what we feel that we lack in the physical is not really lacking anything. We don't lack anything whatsoever. That is a misconception, a misunderstanding, a misunderstanding, a misoverstanding of what really who we are, what we are, and where we come from. So I decided that I wanted to remind us all of that, because I find that a lot of times we find ourselves so disappointed, so depressed, so, people find themselves depressed and not realizing that, this depression may be coming from your lack of understanding who you truly are. And so when you come into understanding who you truly are, then you don't allow what people do, say, feel, think, move you, or take you out of your lane or out of your square. You stay positioned, secure, stable, aligned on one in frequency, one nature, one in frequency with source. Therefore, when we are one with source within us, everything else will come into proper alignment at its proper time for the proper experience. All right, that's what I wanted to share. I want to come live to share that with you all. I want to remind everybody that I do have basically a larger community that you could be part of, which is called Manifestation Nation, which is a group of individuals, like-minded individuals that are on the road to becoming master manifestors. All right, and me and my goddess Ashley Jones, we have manifested one another. So being that we know that we have manifested one another, this love experience with one another, we have manifested various other things. Luxury apartment, luxury housing, luxury car, and therefore, as a result of manifesting these things, we realized that there were certain techniques, methods, ways of thinking that cause us to manifest. So whether you want to manifest a luxury car, a luxury housing, a lover, a friend, an experience into your life, join with Manifestation Nation. Join with us. I'm going to put the link in the description. Just click on it. You will learn more about it. You get to see videos. You get to hear from people, members who are on the road of being and becoming master manifestors. We have weekly Zoom calls where you come on a Zoom call and you will receive teachings, methods, and techniques, and learn more about becoming a master manifestor so that you can bring forth all of the dreams and visions and desires that you have for your life, so that you can complete that bucket list of yours. We also do these things called these weekly accountability calls, where you call in with your accountability partner and you guys will go over a list of questions. We also on particular challenges that are leading us down the road to becoming master manifestors. And we have a manifestation journal that we make available to you